County. 23 ABC News at 6.
The drought is now affecting our children. We'll tell you why spray parks are closing earlier than expected and the alternatives you'll have for the rest of summer.
And Standard Middle School is going through some changes, what students can expect when school starts.
And the Get Bus strike continues. What happened today to set back negotiations?
Good evening, I'm Jackie Parks.
And I'm Todd Carley. Our local spray parks may look fun, but there are changes on the way now. The City of Bakersfield Water Board decided today that spray parks will close August 1st to conserve water. That's about 2 months earlier than normal. Now, many people say they're upset because those parks are a free amenity that keeps them cool during the hot summer months.
It would be sad. It's such a nice activity to do in Bakersfield, and it's free and it's fun for the kids.
23 ABC's Leah Steinberg joins us now live from one spray park with what alternatives will be available once those spray parks are closed. Leah?
Todd, on a hot summer day like this, kids love coming to the spray park and getting out of that heat, but soon parents will have the harsh reality of telling their kids that these parks will be closing in less than 2 weeks, and it's all thanks to the drought. When the scorching heat arrives, families flock to our local spray parks to cool off.
You get a splash and you get to have a lot of fun with your friends when you come here.
But come August, kids will have to resort to another way to cool down when the temps heat up.
Certain items that were a part of our contingency plan, and one of them right now, quite frankly, are the spray parks.
That's right. The ongoing drought has forced the City of Bakersfield Water Board to cut back on our water usage and close the spray parks in just 2 weeks instead of 2 months like usual.
It's a free service, so I understand why they would have to be the first to cut this, but it would be sad because it's such a fun activity for the kids.
Bakersfield sees an average of 38 triple-digit days in about a year, and with 18 days already in the books this year, the need to beat the heat is far from over.
I feel really sad because it's just so amazing, and it's part of California just have these wonderful water parks, and I would really miss it if it went away.
Although the spray parks is the only free water amenity in Bakersfield, several public pools like McMurtry Aquatic Center offer $3 swim sessions that last from 1 to 4:30 p.m. And for those unbearable days that are usually over 100 degrees, there are many cooling centers that offer a nice cool atmosphere and activities to beat the heat.
Just wait for the summer. Yes, it's open. We can go splash around.
And the City Water Board has decided to close it for at least the next 270 days before they revisit the regulation next summer. Back to you.
All right, Leah, thanks. Well, today was the perfect day to beat the heat and enjoy the water while we still have it. Today was dollar discount day at all Bakersfield City pools during open swim, which means that if you took a plunge at Silver Creek or MLK or Jefferson pools, you did so free of charge. 23 ABC spoke with one swimmer who gave us his opinion.
If the pool's not open, we go to spray parks. The spray parks are screwed up. We have to go to the pool. And we have to pay $1, McMurtry is like $10 for 3, so it costs a lot more.
Now, McMurtry was the only exception today at just $2 for the afternoon swim.
As the Get Bus strike drags into its second week, the union says negotiations are back to square one. The union offered to reduce the pay increase portion of the contract to 3% per year, but the Get board apparently rejected that offer and counter-offered at a meeting today. Neither side will say exactly what is in the offer, but the union says it is less than what was offered when the strike began. The union rejected the offer and declared the talks at an impasse.
They've pulled everything off the table, basically, except for an increase in wages. Everything else is off the table that we negotiated and talked about.
The Get offer was fair and reasonable, and actually is comparable to increases by other government agencies in our community.
And there apparently are no further talks scheduled between those two sides.
A local man who suffers from multiple sclerosis has disappeared after he was allegedly arrested by mistake. Here's his picture. His name is Cesar Garcia, and he's from McFarland. He was arrested by the CHP because they allegedly thought he was under the influence of alcohol, but according to his family's attorney, his condition often makes him appear that way. He was released from jail in central Bakersfield before his family could arrive to pick him up, and he hasn't been seen since. Anyone who has seen him is urged to contact police. The Nichols fire in the Kiava Wilderness near Lake Isabella is officially 100% contained. The U.S. Forest Service said today that firefighters contained the flames last Saturday, but that the area will remain in patrol status. The fire area closures were also lifted earlier this week. The Nichols fire started almost 3 weeks ago and initially required strong air attack from crews due to the difficulty of the attacking it from the ground. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Well, new information tonight on a high-speed chase that ended in a crash overnight in central Bakersfield. Police say a 17-year-old didn't want to pull over for vehicle code violations just before 10 last night, and a chase began and quickly ended when the teen crashed into a tree near 4th and P Streets. Police searched the car and found 2 ounces of marijuana and $4,000 in cash. The 17-year-old driver was charged with evading a peace officer and possession and then released into his father's custody. A 14-year-old female passenger, however, was arrested for an outstanding warrant and is now in juvenile hall.
A recent graduate died at the hands of Mother Nature. Why his family is saying the death is tragic and what authorities now say about safety.
And Standard Middle School going through a few changes. We'll show you what a new bond is doing, not only for the school, but for the students.